Are you going to sue Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megan. Wait till you see this lawsuit.
Oh boy.
Do you plan to sue Blake Lively?
Every single document, everything on a website for everyone in the public to read, come to their own conclusions.
On what, could have been one of the most beautiful nights of my life career-wise, I literally was sent to the basement with all my friends and family for over an hour.
Hollywood drama has officially reached new heights, and this time, the story isn't unfolding on a blockbuster movie set or a glossy TV screen. No, this gripping saga is taking place in the very real and very public arena of the courtroom. At the heart of the storm are two major stars, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, whose off-screen conflict is making bigger waves than their on-screen chemistry ever could. Blake has filed a high-profile lawsuit accusing her It Ends With Us co-star of inappropriate behavior and claiming that his actions caused her significant emotional distress. But here's where things get even more intense. Justin isn't just denying the allegations. He's launching a $250 million counterclaim, suing the New York Times for defamation and alleging that their coverage has damaged his reputation. If you think this is as intense as it gets, buckle up, because the twists are only beginning.
There are evidence for all these points. There are text messages for all these points. And unlike any case that I've handled in my entire career, it's the one case we're going to put every single text message.
Let's start by breaking down Blake's perspective. According to her lawsuit, the atmosphere on set was anything but professional. She claims that Justin's behavior crossed several boundaries, creating a workplace environment that was uncomfortable and emotionally damaging. The accusations are career-altering, casting a harsh spotlight on an actor previously known for his positive image and inspiring messages about empathy and respect. Blake's side paints a vivid picture of distress, and her allegations have sparked widespread discussions about accountability and power dynamics in Hollywood. For Blake, this case isn't just about seeking justice. It's a call for addressing broader issues within the entertainment industry. But wait, because here's where the plot thickens. Justin's legal team has stepped into the fray with what they're calling substantial evidence. And when we say substantial, we mean evidence that could shift the entire narrative. Leaked text messages, for one, are raising questions. These messages reportedly show Blake praising Justin as an incredible professional and thanking him for creating a positive atmosphere on set. Those words feel like a direct contradiction to her claims of mistreatment and emotional harm. Then there's the security footage. According to Justin's team, this footage captures moments between Blake and Justin that seem, well, the opposite of tense. In one clip, the pair can reportedly be seen laughing and chatting casually, almost like longtime friends sharing a moment over coffee. It's a stark contrast to the hostile environment described in Blake's allegations. Instead of supporting her claims, this evidence is adding layers of confusion to an already complicated situation.
Because I wasn't allowed to be seen. She didn't want me anywhere near her or the rest of the cast. So they ushered me off the carpet and they sent us down to the basement. We were down there together.
And they can determine whether or not there was a smear campaign, or there was retaliation, because we have proof and receipts that absolutely and unequivocally show this is not true.
So what do we make of these revelations? Are these messages and videos the key to clearing Justin's name, or are they just isolated moments that don't reflect the full story? It's impossible to know at this stage, but one thing is clear. This case is far more intricate than it initially seemed. Public opinion is already divided, with some rushing to Blake's defense, arguing that power dynamics in Hollywood often make it difficult for victims to speak out. Others, however, are questioning the timing and nature of her claims, especially in light of the evidence presented by Justin's team. The court of public opinion is in full swing, and the debate is growing louder with each passing day. Meanwhile, Justin's lawsuit against the New York Times is an entirely separate spectacle in itself. In his $250 million defamation suit, he claims that the newspaper's coverage has caused lasting damage to his reputation. According to Justin, their reporting leaned heavily on Blake's accusations without fully considering his side, effectively portraying him as guilty before any evidence was presented. His legal team argues that this kind of journalism is not just careless, it's damaging, especially for someone whose career and public image rely heavily on his integrity. For Justin, this isn't just about clearing his name. It's about confronting what he sees as a broader issue in media today, the rush to sensationalize without proper verification. The stakes in this drama couldn't be higher for both Blake and Justin. For Blake, this lawsuit represents an opportunity to address what she believes is a serious injustice and to push for accountability in an industry where such claims have too often been overlooked. For Justin, the allegations are a direct threat to his career, his reputation, and the values he's worked hard to promote. The outcome of these legal battles could have lasting implications, not just for the two stars involved, but for larger conversations about workplace safety, media responsibility, and power dynamics in Hollywood.
On what, could have been one of the most beautiful nights of my life career-wise, I literally was sent to the basement with all my friends and family for over an hour.
Every single document, everything on a website for everyone in the public to read, come to their own conclusions.
As the drama unfolds, the public is left to speculate. What's the truth behind these conflicting narratives? Is Blake's lawsuit a courageous step forward in the fight for justice? Or is Justin the victim of an unfair campaign? The evidence presented by both sides will be scrutinized like never before, and the court's decision will undoubtedly have far-reaching effects. One thing's for sure: Hollywood has never seen a story quite like this, and the resolution of this case is going to be one for the history books. But let's talk about the timeline, because this is where Blake's story really starts to face some challenges. In her complaint, she cited specific incidents of mistreatment that she claims occurred during filming. But here's the twist. During one of those periods, Blake was on vacation in the Bahamas with her husband, Ryan Reynolds. While she was enjoying a relaxing beach getaway, sipping cocktails and sharing vacation selfies, she says she was being mistreated on set. The timeline has some glaring inconsistencies that make the entire narrative appear shaky. How do you reconcile those two drastically different realities? And as if the timeline issues weren't enough, rumors have been swirling about what might have really triggered this whole situation. Some insiders suggest the drama didn't start with allegations of mistreatment. It may have begun with a behind-the-scenes power struggle. Blake reportedly requested an executive producer credit for It Ends With Us, hoping to gain more creative control and influence over the project. But when her request was denied, things supposedly took a turn. Soon after, the allegations against Justin surfaced. Is this just a coincidence? That's what everyone's wondering. Justin's team isn't backing down from these rumors either. They've been fully transparent with their evidence and even hinted at the possibility of launching a public platform to share all the material they've gathered. Text messages, emails, security footage, you name it. It's almost as if they're not just defending a lawsuit, but preparing for Hollywood's next big documentary. Are they lawyers, or are they setting the stage for something bigger? Then there's the silence coming from Hollywood itself. Blake is no stranger to the celebrity spotlight, and you'd expect her A-list friends to rally around her. But instead, silence. Ryan Reynolds, her husband and social media's king of humor, hasn't said a word about the situation. No cheeky posts, no subtle comments, nothing. Even Taylor Swift, one of Blake's closest friends, hasn't posted any cryptic lyrics or offered public support. It's as if Blake's usual circle has collectively decided to stay quiet. And what about the rest of the It Ends With Us cast? The silence is deafening. No public statements, no behind-the-scenes stories, not even a simple sending love post. Hollywood's go-to phrase, no comment, seems to be doing a lot of the talking. The lack of public support raises some important questions. Is this silence a sign of doubt about Blake's claims? Are her allies waiting for more evidence before they speak up? Or is it simply a case of Hollywood stars avoiding controversy at all costs? Whatever the reason, the silence is striking, and it adds to the mounting tension around this case. The industry seems to be holding its breath, waiting to see how it all plays out. Meanwhile, Justin's team is continuing their bold defense strategy, presenting evidence to the public. It's one thing to fight in court, but making the case public? That adds an entirely new layer to the drama. But perhaps that's the goal. In today's world, where public opinion can significantly impact a career, Justin's team seems determined to win, not just in court, but also in the court of public opinion. And honestly, can you blame them? When your reputation is on the line, leaving no stone unturned might be the only way to survive. So, where do we stand now? On one hand, we have Blake claiming she endured mistreatment, but with a timeline that doesn't quite match up. On the other, we have Justin, armed with evidence and a legal team that's treating this case like a major production. And in the middle of it all, Hollywood remains unusually quiet, refusing to take sides or even acknowledge the situation unfolding right in front of them. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the questions couldn't be bigger. Is Blake's story a call for justice, or is it a strategic move? Is Justin the victim of false allegations, or is his defense just an attempt to shift the narrative? The answers remain unclear, but one thing's for sure. The outcome of this case will have lasting effects on everyone involved. As for Justin, his legal team is preparing to reveal even more evidence they believe could completely change the course of this already chaotic case. Reports suggest they're ready to release additional footage and text messages that could challenge Blake's claims. And if that wasn't enough, several crew members have reportedly come forward to defend Justin, describing his behavior on set as professional and respectful. These testimonies could seriously impact Blake's case if they're corroborated. Meanwhile, Blake's PR team is working hard to manage the fallout, trying to address the inconsistencies in her story and strengthen her position. The pressure is immense, and the stakes are higher than ever. For Blake, this isn't just about a lawsuit. It's about protecting her reputation in an industry where perception is everything. And where does this leave us, the audience? On the edge of our seats, waiting for the next shocking development. What started as a legal dispute has become a full-blown Hollywood soap opera, with accusations, counterclaims, and plenty of drama. It's the kind of story that seems almost too scripted to be real, but here we are, witnessing it all unfold in real time. With each new revelation, the stakes keep getting higher. Justin's camp is staying transparent, while Blake's team is fighting to reclaim control of the narrative. And as the courtroom becomes the stage for this high-profile battle, one thing is clear: this story is far from over.